Good morning. Glory to God in the highest, and on earth, peace to people of goodwill. Hi, welcome to the Kevin Gregg Show. This is the show that's designed to help you reflect, rebuild, reinvent, reinvigorate your lives according to God's purpose and calling for your life. Hi, so glad to have you with us. A little tired, but that's okay. That's what we do. Um, a few thoughts that I want to share with you. If this is your first time here, please hit the subscribe button so that you get notifications of when this is showing up. And also, if you like what you see, please hit that like button as well too. It helps to get out the word with this show. Um, so some of you know that I've talked about. I went out of town for a couple of days. I talked about that in the last video where I was sort of at a kind of a bad motel, but there were some. There was a really cool insight that I had while I was out of town, and I've got to remember to record this. Stand by for 1 second, King. This is the thing that happens. I got to remember this stuff. I don't know if you guys heard that or not, but anyway, I'll say this. I was uh, I was out of town this last weekend, staying at kind of a bad motel, and but I had a revelation. I was able to kind of turn it around, and one of the things I was able to do was I found like local hikes that were maybe about 10 minutes away. So I'd get in the car, head over to like a little, eh, would be a mountain range, probably hills. They're hills. They were small, but I was able to get in these hills and just go into like these beautiful areas, like into these little canyons that were around these hills. It was awesome. Um, but as I was walking and relaxing, I just thought, oh yeah, this is what a real weekend is supposed to feel like, a real weekend. But it was this idea of, oh, I've completely removed myself from the work week. I've intentionally not brought any work with me. Um, I'm resting at certain points. I'm watching, you know, little documentaries. Uh, I'm reading, and now I'm going for a hike, and like there's nothing on my plate. Like there's nothing that I have to go and have to do. I felt really good. And I thought, boy, I want more of this in my life, right? I feel like this is what we're supposed to be doing when we're taking that break from the week. And I get it. Like if you're out and you're creating, or if you're an entrepreneur, like there is this sense of like, I've got to go, I've got to do the work. And there is a sense of that. But boy, that idea of being able to like just push the pause button and to go, nope, no work at all, not doing any of that stuff, taking a big step back, it really does help to replenish, um, and to get you ready to tackle it again. And it actually gives you like new ideas and new insights. Um, so I don't know. I guess I wanted to share that with you because I really need to learn how to develop that muscle again. Um, and I don't think that I've done that on a regular basis for decades. Decades. Um, because isn't it the case? Like we would see people, eh, we've done it or I've observed it. Like when it gets to the weekend and people are outside of their regular 9 to 5 jobs, then it's all about the, well, I got to go get all of my errands done, or I got to run the kids to their sports practice, or we've got to do this, or we got to get together with these people, or we got to, and it's always just going, going, going. And is it real refreshment? Right. I think that there's refreshment that can come with hanging out with people and spending time with people and resting with people, but making sure that it doesn't have like this, I've got to check off these boxes, or it's one more thing that's on my list to do. Isn't that what God's calling us to do with Him? That just sort of came to me right now as I'm talking to you. Like that's literally what God is calling to say, hey, can we just like legitimately just rest, refresh, and hang out with each other and spend time with each other? instead of making this a rush or something that you've got to do in your life or check off on your list. I was thinking about that yesterday. Who was I listening to? It could have been Father Mike Schmitz. I'm not sure. But I was listening to somebody the other day that was just saying, man, God just wants this genuine relationship with us. And yeah, and that is, it was about the Cain and Abel story. That's what it was. Because I was going back and listening to some of the Catholic Bible in a Year or Bible in a Year series by him, Father Mike Schmitz, and talking about the idea with Cain and Abel, like why did God accept Abel's offering but not Cain's offering? And some of the concept behind it is, Abel was offering like his first fruits, and Father Mike Schmitz in that sort of unpacks the idea of it's giving his first attention, his greatest attention to him. And maybe that wasn't the case with Cain, that it was just sort of an afterthought. Maybe that's something that God's trying to teach us in resting and taking that break. He's trying to get us to physically practice, like, hey, do you feel this? Like, this can be us. This can be our relationship with us. And I can also give you just a glimpse and a taste of what heaven's like. Heaven, or let's even get practical. Retirement is not about like, oh, great, I don't get to do anything now. Now I just get to lie here as a lifeless lump and watch TV and just stuff my face with hot Cheetos. It's not what it is. It's not what it is. Good refreshment and reflection, man. It is just like it is being present. It is being absolutely present and not having your mind wander off into what the future is. I guess there's really a connection here with the other topic, which I wanted to talk about. What I wanted to share was I'm so grateful that I get this opportunity to show up with you guys on a regular basis, a consistent basis. This, for me, between doing this and then also doing the Your Creative Journey podcast with Paul Carganilla, it is an opportunity for me to flex that consistency muscle to show up. But even within that, there's challenges there. There's a whole bunch of stuff that I have to do, whether it's putting up graphics or sending out invitations, or then even doing up the follow-up parts of this, which I've not been consistent on, which is challenging, right? And it feels like you've got a whole bunch of stuff that's backlogged. I've been trying to, that's the thing I got frustrated about, that I didn't record this at the beginning. I've been trying to ensure that these videos also show up on different platforms like BitChute or Rumble, so they're available to other viewers, and that I just don't have to be YouTube dependent. But there's a lot of that, you got to show up, and then you got to put up the recording, and then you got to put in the descriptions and the hashtags and the tags and all that stuff. And anyway, it's just figuring out how to get into that groove. It's just building it in. And the possibility here's the amazing thing. Here's a wonderful thing that I've seen happen. It is possible, right? It is possible to show up and do this on a regular basis, which for me has been a win. Over a year ago, more than a year ago, right? I had thought, like, what would it be like if I tried to do live streams, and I was just nervous about it and I didn't think that I could do it. And now, I've got nearly, between this show and the other show, I've got, getting close to about 80 shows under my belt having done this. I'm super grateful. That was the thing that I really enjoyed. For those of you that don't know, I used to be a performer down at Disneyland, and I would perform in a comedy cowboy show called Laughing Stock Company. And you'd go out and do like these little 15-minute comedy shows. They're all like little set sketches. They were already rehearsed and done, but we go out and do a variety of them. But the great thing about that job was that we'd go out and we do, I forget how many shows. We'd do like anywhere between 6 to 8 shows a day over the years, right? And but the cool thing about that was that it was a consistent, um, uh, it was a place to be able to consistently show up and to do your work. Um, and gosh, that was amazing, especially as being a working actor. I mean, there were times where I was doing that 4 or 5 days a week. And when you're trying to be a working actor, it's so hard because you're dependent on whenever the next gig is. And sometimes for working actors, they can be few and far between. But to have a place where I was able to show up and to do it on a regular basis, it was a blessing, because it was an opportunity to continually flex those muscles. That's what this is. This is a version of being able to get up and to be able to practice in public on a continual basis and to show up with you. For me, it's about uh, chatting and having those conversations and getting myself more and more comfortable of thinking and processing on the fly in a live scenario, instead of having everything pre-written out and what am I going to do and making sure that it's shaped. But the only way I can do this, the only way I can do this is by consistently showing up. It's a challenge because sometimes you don't want to do it. And I think the other side of this is also about letting go of the perfection, letting go of wanting the perfection. Hello, Holly. Hello, Charity. Laughing Stock brought me so much joy. Thank you, Holly. Holly used to see me in these chaps that I used to wear all the time. These goofy chaps. If you look online, you'll see Wally Bogue, old Wally Bogue things from Golden Horseshoe Saloon. These big fluffy chaps I would wear as Clem Clodhopper. Pretty funny. Pretty hot and heavy, I'll tell you that. Thank you, Charity. Yeah, it was a great show, man. I was grateful for it. I was grateful for my time there. I just got, listen, all of this is just insider baseball. Insider baseball right now. Sorry, I'm going to say it. I just got a message from Joe Jocobite, who I worked with down at Laughing Stock. Joe Jocobite is a good friend of mine, but boy, I sure did enjoy him. He just sent me a very kind message. We used to go on Sunday mornings. Uh, we would work together. So I lived up in Studio City. Joe at the time lived in Burbank, and yeah, Joe lived in Burbank, and we're both Catholics. And we'd get together for 8 a.m. mass, and then we'd drive down together. We'd stop at a little donut shop. uh, Joe now lives back in Missouri. Where is he near? Is it Warrensburg, Missouri? I probably got it completely wrong. Um, anyway, I remember the morning that Joe told he was moving back because his parents were not doing well health wise, and I remember the morning. It was right after 8 a.m. mass on a Sunday. We said, and Joe went camping with myself, my wife, and my kids when we were younger. When the kids are younger. Uh, but I remember the morning we were outside. We just gone to mass. We stopped by the donut shop. We were getting ready to drive down to go do Laughing Stock. And I remember he told me that he was moving back to Warrensburg. I'm pretty sure it's Warrensburg. I remember I just put a donut in my mouth and I started to cry. I started to cry because I knew it was the right thing for him. But oh my gosh, I just love spending time with him. And Holly, she wasn't going to say it, but the chaps. Yeah, the chaps. Yeah, Joe Jocobite. Anyway, Joe, if you hear this, I'll probably send a link to you with this, buddy. Uh, I love you dearly. I hope that we get a chance to talk very soon. And more than anything else, I hope I get a chance to actually see you in person. Joe Jocobite, one of like the most funny, brilliant comedians that's out there. Uh, he works with I feel like it's like kitchen cabinet manufacturing stuff now. I don't know if he does it now. I don't know, but he's still a brilliant, funny man. Joe, regardless of what you said, what you think, you still have it. I know that you are still an incredibly funny, sharp man. Love you, brother, so much. We would actually talk a little on a few of our phone conversations since then. He actually was into Bishop Robert Barron. So anyway, I'm going to send you a link to this, buddy. I don't know. All of that came up. I just turned this into a show about Joe Jocobite. It's okay. I love him. All right. I think that's all I got for you guys today. The big thing here is about just showing up and two things: learning how to consistently rest, which is such an amazing thing. And I think that God's calling us into that relationship with him to just like slow down and rest with me. The Message translation of this. Can I find this? I'm going to do this for you on the fly because this is what we do. The Message version. Yeah, I'm going to do this on the fly. So, it's a verse from Matthew that's about my yoke is easy, right? My yoke is light. I'm going to read you, if I can find it. I think it's Matthew 11. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. 26. Aha. So check this out. So I'm going to read. This is from the New Living Translation. You're pretty familiar with this. Then Jesus said, "Come to me, all of you who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you. Let me teach you, because I am humble and gentle at heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy to bear, and the burden I give you is light." I love the Message version of this. The Message is a loosely modern English translation that was done by Eugene Peterson. I love this version of it. This is from verses 28 through 30, Matthew 11, from the Message translation. Are you tired, worn out, burned out on religion? Come to me. Get away with me and you'll recover your life. I'll show you how to take a real rest. Walk with me and work with me. Watch how I do it. Learn the unforced rhythms of grace. I won't lay anything heavy or ill-fitting on you. Keep company with me and you'll learn to live freely and lightly. Whew. Man, that's a good one. That translation of that is awesome. Again, not always the best go-to thing, but if you're looking for a translation that's about like just having it in contemporary, relatable versions, it's a great thing to meditate on. So anyway, I think that's what he's asking. Come to him. Come to him so he can show you what does he call it? He calls it the unforced rhythms of grace. That's what he's calling us to, the unforced rhythms of grace. All right. That's it. Thank you so much for joining again. Holly, Charity, grateful to have you guys here live. If you like the video today, please like it, share it, subscribe, share it with your friends. Let them know. Friday morning, I think it's going to be a pre-recorded thing because Patrick Quinn reached out to me. I'm going to be recording with him tomorrow, but we're going to premiere it for you Friday morning. I'm pretty sure that's happening. I'm also having a conversation with another lady today that she may be joining this rotation as we follow what's going on with and again, these specifically are people that they're artists, they're creatives, they're trying to move forward. I think that a common theme is like, I'm a Christian, I'm trying to figure out how to navigate this. How do I do this? I have just realized that I have done this entire stream with these goofy earbuds. I just realized that. I normally take these out. So anyway, that's what it is. Thank you guys for being part of the show. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. God bless you. And we will see you next time. Definitely, I will see you live next week. And keep an eye out for the latest video that's coming out on Friday. All right, guys. God bless you and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.